should be live. Welcome to the stream. Pretty sure. Yo, what's up, Chris? How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Let's see. Yo, what is up, SS Insomnia? Welcome back. Hope you're doing well tonight. So the Serperior Raids should be live now, right? Once I get online. Let's see. Yeah. I might build some new stuff for the raid tonight. Depending. Or I might just run Galarian Slowbro. Or Slowking. I think I had Slowking. Welcome, everyone. Good to see you. Alright, let me connect to the internet real quick. And it should be good to go, right? Let's see. There it is. Yep. Thanks again for tuning in. Second. Let me find the first Serperior raid. Yeah, feel free to join also, and if you need help on what to bring, we're more than welcome. We're more than happy to guide you in the right direction. But I feel like as long as you bring like a poison or fire type, you should be good. I'm sure there's some spicy picks that have been discovered since last week. Where's the grass one at? I know I'm just like passing right over it, right? There's fire. Am I seeing things wrong? Maybe I need to restart it. Fire. Let me try real quick. Just restarting it. Going back in. Maybe that's all it will take. Here's we're going without you updating. The event should be back right now. If I'm not mistaken. It just started. It's the second round. Round 2. Round 2. Got Slow Queen up here waiting for some time to switch some skills. Let me check the news real quick. Yeah. So it should be live now. Let's see. Okay, yeah, the raids are different. There we go. Perfect. Heading there now. Yeah. They're back for the weekend and they'll be gone Sunday around this time. Like a little before right now. They'll be done on Sunday. But if you stay offline, you can keep the event up until you log online again. Alright, here's our first raid. Let me put the code up. Feel free to join if you'd like. Sorry about that. Oops. Guess it wasn't typing. There we go. I think that's right. Oh, I did type it. Sorry. I guess it just didn't show up in the chat I typed in. Looks good so far. I have room for 2 more people for the group if you'd like to join. Should be pretty. We could definitely beat it with us too. Easily, in fact. Superior. That's actually hilarious, yeah. I love that. That's legitimately someone's name. And they're using Superior. This is great. Yo, what's up, the Superior End? Thanks for swinging by the stream. I love that you're bringing in Superior for the raid. Epic. And I love how it's a theme for your brand. Apparently, that's amazing. Time to win. Yeah, for real. Let's go. Alright, I just realized the music's off, so I'm gonna put on some music here in the background. Is that too loud? Let me turn that down just a little. Is that good enough? Volume wise. Come on. We got the squad. We got our leader, Serperior here, and we got the goon squad. Let's go. Guess we don't really need to worry about that then. Let's go for light screen turn 1. Gastro ass on me, whatever. Helping hand. Okay. Now I'll just go for sludge bombs. Sludge wave, nice. It's a nice hit. Alright, I guess we might have to acid spray again here. Come here, Galoon. Did you have a good dinner? My cat's name is Galoon. She just ate before the stream started. She usually eats and comes up and hangs out and sleeps in the room. I'm up here working. I'm doing this. Working these grass snakes. Alright, acid spray. I'm getting the gastro acid, the flares. The Superior has something personal against me. And all I did was show up. So funny, just gives contrary users a nice boost there. Hopefully it just connects. Alright, perfect. Yo, what's up, Mr. Joe? Great to see you, homie. Welcome back. She's just chilling. Come here. Maybe I can show you her. See her? Thank you. just chilling. I think she was even looking at you guys when I showed you. Whatever. It's a fine thing, but I'm just like down the corner. Getting carried. Good job, everyone. Let me fix this. Great work. Let me get another raid up here. Amazing work. Yeah, me too. She was chilling today by the window when I was playing Unite earlier. She was downstairs living. She looked so happy. She just sit back. She was sitting in the sun, enjoying the breeze. Had a good breakfast. She's a happy girl. You found that goat supporting Serperior setup by yourself. That's awesome, yo. I really like it. Thanks for sharing it and showing it, showcasing it here on the stream. You're more than welcome to keep on keeping on if you want to grind some Herba Mystica. I'm heading over to the next raid right now as we speak. Yeah, so my cat, Gloom, she was a stray cat that lived behind my old apartment. I think it was like 2020 or 2019. We brought her in. I took her to the vet and whatever, you know, did all the proper stuff. Documentation. I have no idea how old she is. But she's a good cat. She chills. We don't let her outside. I mean, I take her outside with me, but she doesn't like go outside alone. Like she doesn't, we don't let her outside like that. Like I want to go outside and get some fresh air with her for a little bit. That's about it. Those are the limitations. She's not, and she doesn't even want to be outside, which is great. Like she actually loves being inside. She just sits on her couch. We call her the couch queen. She's great. We almost saw the entire setup. It looked pretty epic. I mean, that raid just got annihilated. Alright, I'm almost to... Why is it so far? Yo, what's up, Michael? Welcome to stream. So pretty much for this raid, as long as you're bringing something that's resisting Serperior, like fire type Pokemon's pretty good. Like if you have like a Ho-Oh that you can just bring that's like powered up to level 100, just to like sit on the field and maybe do some like super effective damage with like Sacred Fire or something, you know? Just like something that could like tank hits and live, because we have pretty much good support and setup already. We're gonna get rid of Contrary off of Serperior immediately off the raid with like either Skill Swap or Gastro Acid or like Simple Beam. Something someone's gonna bring more than likely. I have Skill Swap, worst case scenario, on my Galarian Slowking. And then from there it's just like destroy it. Because now I can acid spray it from there. So pretty much if you bring a special attacker, it might be better because I'm already lowering its special defense with acid spray throughout the fight. Alright, let me put the code up. Yeah. Who really knows? That's the thing, right, Mr. Joe? I don't really know what her experience really was like. But she's just chilling right here. She's next to me. She likes hanging out with me. I mean, that's how I met her. Like, I was just like outside my apartment and she like walked up to me and like started hanging out. And I was like, maybe I'll feed you. And that was when she kept coming. She literally would come back twice a day at the same times. It was like crazy. And she wouldn't like overstay her welcome either. It was very interesting. Like after she got the food, she would like leave and like would come back at like 5 p.m. And then if I wasn't there, she'd just be gone and it wouldn't come back till like the next day at like 11 in the morning. It was insane. Just like kind of very a very intelligent cat. But I was just like her like personality is what got me originally. I called her Gloom because she drools a lot when she's happy. When I first met her and I was petting her, she was like drooling all over the place. And you know, Gloom the Pokemon, it has like ooze coming out of its mouth. I feel like it's a fitting name for her. People think we named her Gloom because of like, you know, she's like a black cat, like gloomy. She is kind of like a little emo cat, to be honest. But she's cool. She doesn't like being picked up at all. She just hates it. No, and there's like never been a scenario where she just was like okay with being picked up. Yeah, I think like any fire type is good. If you have Delphox, it's pretty... Delphox, I think, is a great option to solo the raid with too. It's, I think, even better than Galarian Slowking. And that's what I'm using, Slowking. Mainly because Serperior has Iron Tail, which has a chance to... You know, it's a steel move, but as a fire type, you're going to actually just resist the steel move, which is a nice benefit. Any type of fire type, any type of poison type is going to be really good here. So, yeah. It has dragon moves, so you don't want to bring anything weak to dragon, which is just typical. Yeah, like Skeledirge is actually really good here. Even, dude, wait, Plusle and Hoppip, Black Red Pill? That's a combo you've tried? Yeah, Skeledirge is actually a great option here because you just ignore everything going on anyways. So you'll be fine with Skeledirge. I think some people told me some people told me last week they actually used their unaware Skeledirge to solo the raid. Occasionally you can be hit by Gastro Acid, but I think it only targets one Pokemon on the field at a time. So there's a chance it might not even target you. You soloed with Hoppip and soloed Plusle. That's super cool. What are the movesets on Plusle? I'm curious. That's so interesting. Alright, let me... Yeah, someone already skill swapped, so I'm gonna go for... Light Screen. Excuse me. Just to get some bulk on our side of the field, and then I'm gonna go for the acid sprays. So you soloed Hoppip, and you soloed Plusle. That's so cool. Entrainment, Nasty Plot, Wish, Terra Blast. Ooh. That's kind of cool. Alright, I'm just gonna go for Sludge Bombs. Alright. Serperior got poisoned like it really matters. Right, going for the acid spray again here. Just to make sure that I can get the defenses back down. And then we should be good to go. To just nuke the rest of the fight. It's a pretty easy fight, honestly. Like, legitimately pretty straightforward. You should bring one of those to the group fight. Come on. I'm always getting glared at by this thing. It's definitely got an issue with me. I was thinking about maybe doing some BGC battles on stream too, potentially. I'm not sure yet. Because Alfie gave me a rental code for a team a little bit ago. I'm not even going to Terra. There's no point. And I might run some battles with it, depending. But for now, I'm just going to focus on hosting raids. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit the like button. It does help my content out a lot here. And I hope you're having a great week. It's about to be Friday here. Oh, actually at midnight, my first solo album is going to be released. I've been showing some of my music on stream recently. And yeah, the full album goes live tonight. It's called Fortified Time by Rob Sassy. 9 songs on YouTube Music, so you can just listen to it for free. It's on YouTube Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, whatever you use to stream music. I'm sure you can find it there. Yeah, good job so far, everyone. Great work. Maybe I'll put like a couple of the songs from... I have a couple of them already released, the singles from the album. Like they've been out for a month now. I might play maybe like 1 or 2 of them during the stream tonight, just to help promote the album. I almost forgot that's tonight. I have been anticipating this. Appreciate that, Michael. No problem. I'm glad that you had that Skeledirge ready. That was the perfect thing to bring. But yeah, pretty much anything that can just tank a move in that scenario is going to be good. As you can see, everyone's almost like racing to do damage in this scenario. Everyone's like racing to just nuke it with as much damage as possible. Yeah, you can get into the raid without Slowking. I'm saying like bring poison type Pokemon, fire type. Something like that's pretty good. I've seen people bring Iron Moth, which I think is a really good option. It's both of them. Delphox is good, Skeledirge. Pretty much anything that's like I've seen people bring Charizard, OO. Someone brought Serperior earlier. I'm just using Slowking because it's what I built. And I'm just lazy and I'm running the same thing over and over. But anyone, you're more than welcome to bring variety. I have a way to get rid of Contrary just on mine alone. So if anyone else brings something, you're more than welcome to do it. If you want a skill swap, go for it. If you want to go for Entrainment, Simple Beam, I don't know, Worry Seed, Gastro Acid, whatever, go for it. I don't really care. I'm just running Slowking to make sure that whatever other people bring, at least as long as it makes sense and isn't weak to any of the attacks Serperior has, it should be overall a good scenario for us to beat the raid. Wait, let me type this in the chat, by the way. And if you bring, it's okay if you bring a physical attacker, it's totally fine. If you do bring a special attacker though, it will be a little easier to optimize your damage because I'm already running Acid Spray on Slowking. I think Incineroar should be okay in this fight. The only problem is if it's Intimidate, it immediately gives Serperior a +1 attack at the start of the fight because of the contrary that it has. Oh yeah, Seviper is a good pick. I've seen people run Arbok, Seviper. Yeah, like stuff like that's actually really cool. You can run Acid Spray on Seviper, maybe that's what you're doing. Can you post a link to your short? Your short? Like your... Is it like a YouTube short? Is that what you mean? I mean... I guess. Go for it, bro. Just because I know you. It's all good. Share it to the world. Alright, Michael, man. Good night. I hope you have a good night. Thanks for swinging by. I'm glad you were able to get the raid in. One and done. No problem. You have a great night as well. Alright, we should be good. Okay, sweet scent to start. It doesn't matter. It's really whatever. I'll go for a skill swap here. Just in case. Alright, I see Chris use it too, which is fun. Okay. Wait, what? What just happened? Oh, okay. I was like, what's going on here? I'm just gonna go for light screen to buff us up slightly. That was some shenanigans, but we're good. We're back on track. Yeah, the heal cheers will go a long way in this fight. We're kind of getting past that tough part. Oh wait, there's a new Zelda? I think I heard something about this. Alright, I'm going back on the acid sprays here. But we should be good now. Kind of like got to that point in the fight where it's just a matter of like going on the offense, lowering the defenses slightly, and bam. That's pretty cool. I saw one where you play as Zelda. Is that what you're talking about? Or is this a different game? Is that the same one you're talking about? It kind of reminds me of like the Link's Awakening game they made on the Switch. Oh, okay, it's that one. Yeah, I did actually see some of this gameplay then. It looked cool. It looks cool. Alright, so I'm gonna Terra Poison now. And go for the Sludge Bomb now that's at -6 special defense. Come on. Wait, why didn't it register that? Should be easy enough, don't worry. We got this. Okay. Yeah, the Sludge Bomb. Yeah, it's pretty much GG. Sounds cool, Sage. Yeah, so I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. I have both chats on the stream if you can see them. If you are watching on YouTube, please hit the like button. Again, it does help me out a lot. But crit there doesn't matter. I'll heal it back. That should almost be game here, I think, with the Sludge Wave from the other Slow King. GG. Yeah, pretty easy, right? I don't think we had one death at all. Well done, everyone. And if you're catching it the first time, good luck picking a Pokeball to catch it in. Let me find another one to put up here on the stream. Gotta find another one. 3 for 3. Very true. Very true. Alright, let me get the next raid up here. Where is it? Well done. Alright, let me find it. There it is. The banger here. I've heard rumors that potentially the Switch 2 will be announced early October, and then apparently some type of trailer for Pokemon ZA in October as well. What do you think? I mean, we haven't really seen anything on Pokemon ZA. I feel like there's like nothing for Pokemon this holiday season, right? Which is kind of rare. Which I'm okay with if that means that the next games will be more polished. And maybe like stepping it up to the next level. Voice acting, potentially. Sounds good, Chris. It doesn't really matter. Like, I could do it too. But if you want, but yeah, I'll do skill swap then. But actually Serperior might go for Gastro Acid. If you want, I could just do skill swap and you can just start setting up Serperior. It's so funny there's actually someone named Serperior in the freaking raid. They're using a Serperior. This is just absurd. Oh yeah, there's Latios too. They could just use Simple Beam. Okay, no, that's fine. You can just run Slowking. Yeah, let's just go for Acid Sprays. How about you go for Light Screen, I'll go for Acid Spray turn 1. How about that? And then Serperior will just use Gastro Acid to get rid of the ability. I feel like that's a good idea, right? Serperior. I almost feel like it's like catch-22, like major. Roger, major. Roger. Like the robots in the Clone Wars. Roger. I can't do that voice. Alright, now just hit it. Smack that thing. Yep. Looking good. Just slap the poison in its face. Just slap the poison in its face. Slap the poison in its face. Nice, Tera. Yeah, it's just so easy. There's a lot of different options people can bring to this fight, realistically. Time for acid spray. I think every fight I got glared. Amazing. Quite fascinating. Alright, we got another Tera occurring. It's going down over there on the left side. Almost there. Straight up looks like a gang. Yeah, Ivan, I know what you mean. That's like definitely preferred for sure. Like some sort of way to like bring some healing back. Or definitely like negate the like debuffs from Iron Tail. Like the defense drops can sometimes be a little too much to handle. Hey Lord Articuno, welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. 444, yeah. So right now I'm hosting some Serperior Tera raids in Scarlet and Violet. There's an event that started last weekend. It's coming back for this weekend. If you need to catch a Mightiest Mark Serperior, then you might want to do one of these raids. And I'm pretty much just hosting them. If by time skipping back, I can keep loading a new one up for people. Or if you just want to do it again to get some Herba Mystica or items, that's also fine. Welcome to the stream, Kite. Sounds good, Articuno. So yeah, I'm streaming to YouTube and Twitch at the same time, so you'll see both chats on the screen if you're confused who I'm talking to. Let me head up here to the raid. But yeah, I'll just put the code up on the stream. Just try to let new people also join. If you've been doing them frequently, just try to allow other people to get a chance as well. It does seem like some new people showed up. But yeah, you can keep doing raids over if there's room. It's typically going to be like a first come first serve basis at the moment. But definitely want to try to prioritize some new people. Alright. Being in the raid right now. Yeah, definitely. Anything you used last week will be perfectly fine. I feel like as long as we get rid of Contrary, I mean, like Ivan said, there are like some things to consider, like maybe using a clear amulet or an item could be good if you have some sort of like draining or recovery move, like a drain punch or like slack off or recovery, something that you can keep yourself on the field and not have to worry about your defenses getting dropped by the 30% chance from Iron Tail. So, yeah, I'm using Gyolarian Slowking myself, but Delphox is perfectly fine. Like anything like Poison, Fire, I think will be good within reason. But I think like there's enough people here who know what to do and are bringing like ways to help negate and shut down the boss. That, I mean, the occasional like spicy pick, like someone brought in Incineroar and they had Swords Dance, which is fine. That worked out fine for us. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, is like you can bring stuff like that. Because we have enough people here who are like able to just take hits in the fight anyways. And even if we got like 4, I've done fight, I remember last week we got fights where like people died like 3 times or 4 times in the fight and we still beat it. Wasn't really an issue. Because it's really just like pretty straightforward. Like once you see the phase of the fight, you realize like it's pretty easy. But I recommend the way we're playing, bring something that hits from the special attacking side. Because you'll be able to it'll be easier for you to like bulk up your, or like get your attack higher, because I'm already lowering the special defense. So you can like have nasty plot, or, you know, whatever. Yo, what's up, Alfie? Great to see you. Who's that Pokemon? Sage. Yeah, exactly. So we have ways to get rid of... Regardless, Contrary is going to be removed here in the fight. Do you want to use Simple Beam with Latios? Because that's fine. Sunny Day is good too, yeah. Sunny Day setup is a good choice, for sure. I think Vikavolt could probably work, right? Because you're hitting it from the bug. Does it get like lunge and stuff like that? Like Skitter Snack? Because, yeah. I think, yeah, Bug Terra, Vikavolt, focusing bug moves could be good. I don't remember what type of moves it gets access to, but there are a lot of good bug moves for these type of raids. I know people were using like Ariados. I mean, Lavani here is a good option too. That could be fun. Okay, they are simple beaming, so I'm gonna go for light screen here. Yeah. It's really whatever. As long as Contrary is gone. Simple Beam would have been a good ability to have on Serperior, only because it doubles the negative effects. If I'm not mistaken, like that was like the appeal of it. So we can like shut it down faster, right? I mean, even just bringing something that hits from the special side that's taking advantage of the acid sprays here would be, like, good. You know what I mean? That's what I think. Even if it doesn't, like, have setup. Does it get Leech Life? I feel like Leech Life could be an interesting bug approach, even though we're not really weakening it from the physical side. You could run, like, Clear Amulet, Leech Life, or something. Yeah, the Delphox sounds good for the raid. Perfect. Plus you can resist the skill moves being fire type, as opposed to us running bug and poison type Pokemon here. They're using Cantonian Ninetales? That sounds fun. Because it does get drought, right? Is that what they were running with it? Because I know people are running Sun builds in general, like just kind of nuking it with fire moves. I was wondering if Torkoal could do good. Like anything that just auto sets up Sun. Yeah, definitely. Try to get into one of the raids here. What's your in-game name? We'll try to get you in the next one. We'll try to make sure you at least get in before I start it. Alright, we're almost done. We're like on that up. I think I need to go for acid sprays again, actually. Kite, alright, cool. Yeah, just be ready once I'm done with this raid, because I'm gonna find the next one fast, and then we'll get that raid going. I think it needs to go down one more time. Yeah, Shell Bell, that makes sense. Alright, we're almost there. Just got hit with the sludge bombs now, and it's gonna be G. Come on. Come on. Yeah, let's try to get some new people. So everyone that's already done it, just like try to sit out the next one, because I think we have enough for a new group. If that's chill. Alright, GG's, nice. Well done, everyone. Easy. 5, 4, 5. I know, right? We're just kind of dominating these. Holy smokes, that's a lot of Herba Mystica. Alright, let me get another raid up here. And again, if you've already done raid, please just try to sit this one out, because it looks like I could at least get a lobby of all new people, and I would prefer that just because, you know, I'll be here for a little bit, so more than likely you can jump in again here soon. Thank you for your cooperation ahead of time. Alright, let me get the raid up. Let me find where it's at. There it is. Let me get there. Oh, my cat, she's like sleeping now. She's taking a nap. Taking a nice old nap. Yeah, Delphox is probably like the easiest one to use. It's doing what I'm doing, but better at the rule, in my opinion. I'm just too lazy to do anything different. And like, this is efficient enough. It's not like, you know, people talk about proficiency, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's almost more fun to add like variety, and they still serve the same purpose, right? That's why people are running like all these like crazy different options, because it is like fun to do that, right? It's part of the beauty of Pokemon. Alright, so new people, please. I'm not going to start the raid until we get the new people in. So, just appreciate your cooperation in letting these new people join. Alright, those are all new people, so far so good. You think Galarian Slowking is the best solo? I think they're all great, honestly. They're all gonna work. Like Venusaur too, actually, seeing John switch to Venusaur here, that's a great pick. Yeah, this is gonna work fine. Do one of you want to use skill swap? Because I'll just start going for acid sprays or light screen turn 1 if one of you want to skill swap at the start. Thank you again for your cooperation, everyone. This looks great. We got a group of new people. Alright, how about you skill swap, Kite? Sound good? And I'll just go for acid spray turn 1. Yeah, I think Venusaur is a good option. I almost forgot about it until John brought it here. I've seen people solo with it. Our old Gen 1 friend here. Nice. Beautiful work. Got the burn from Sasuke here. Sasuke, sorry. Beautiful work. Okay. About to get smacked by this leaf storm. But from here now, its special attack is going to be lowering, which is amazing. Yeah, look at that. Venusaur setting at the sunny day to buff up the Delphox. And he got Weather Ball too, which is beautiful. Is it Terra Fire Venusaur? That would be sick, dude. Please let that be the case here. Sulpus, that's kind of cool. Oh, that sounds interesting. That Gudra build that you were talking about. With Sapsipper and Sulpus. I think I'm gonna do another stream tomorrow early though in the day. Like maybe depending like 10 a.m. Pacific time or like 11 a.m. Pacific time. I was thinking about hosting another Serperior Raid stream. Just to let people know. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's easy. We're pretty much just going to nuke it now. Wait, I think we have to lower the defenses. We may have to go back to the acid sprays here, actually. Yeah, that is Terrifier, baby. I love that. That's so cool. That's why I think Gen 9 is probably one of the coolest Pokemon concepts. It stinks that there were some, you know, errors playing wise, like hardware, processing data, I don't know. Frame rate drops. But I think terrestrializing is one of the coolest aspects of a Pokemon game that's ever, like the gimmick aspect is probably the most balanced while being like one of the coolest. Like, I love the fact that you can just change the type of a Pokemon. It adds so much more value to them, honestly. Like, it makes team building so much more unique. Plus, so many Pokemon that just have like good movesets but bad typing are now able to kind of like find a place. It almost just makes too much sense that Pokemon should be allowed to change their type. The way it was implemented, I think, was just done so well. Like, upon like it being out for so long and reflecting upon it after playing like so many years of Pokemon games, I just feel like terrestrialization is like one of the best. Like, people, of course, like Mega Evolution's a fan favorite, but it's so broken. It's not balanced in any way. But this, I just feel like actually, and like even like Dynamax and like Gigantamax, it's like this just feels very balanced and unique and fun. Like, there's so many different pathways. It's cool. I really like it. Yeah, the Fire Tera Venusaur was sweet. It got me like on a speech on my pedestal if you're like talking about like terrestrialization. It's just like, that's what I love about the VGC aspect of playing Pokemon like Gen 9. Like, it's just such a good, it's just good. I just like it a lot. It's so fun. Like, it's so all over the place that they had to have open, what was it, like open sheet for the tournaments because it was just so wild what people could do. So you had to at least be like somewhat prepped, like, okay, this is the, because if you didn't know their like Terra type, for example, and they Terra type and it just like swings the entire battle on one turn that you had no idea was coming, that sucks. Like, that's how the blind formats are, and it's fine, whatever. That's what's fun about playing like the ladder on the like online ladder or whatever. But in a tournament, it's like, it makes sense to have the open sheet because at first people were like, oh, that just means like, you know, I feel like it actually like balances out the like skill cap between veterans and new players. Because if we're all provided information like that, like if your team, if someone's seeing your held items and like ability and stuff, like makes your team all of a sudden not good, then your team wasn't gonna hold up anyways to begin with. It's too gimmicky at that point. So yeah, like, in fact, like the team should almost look scary, like even if they do see it, you know. It has to be like a situation where they look at your team and they know what exactly you're gonna do no matter what, but they can't figure out what to do anyways. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, they still have to be like, I can't with confidence lead this certain Pokemon with this other Pokemon without risking them making a read. That's what I'm gonna do. And you can almost like build teams in a way where you're like, once you have a feel for the meta, you can almost like hard counter certain picks and like trick your opponent into kind of like using that thing or like diverting from using it with just like bench pressure. Take Terra Steel Mega Snowman could really, I mean, like if they mixed Terra with Megas, that'd be insane. Yeah, I like that. Like that Venusaur build is pretty sick. Galvantula could be cool. I like bug type Pokemon in general, so I got respect for it. So we got entrainment going on here, so that's good. I'm just gonna go for light screen. And then I'll go for acid sprays also. Yeah. Hallelujah, I just realized. That's cool. Yeah, this should be easy, right? Thanks again for tuning into the stream. Hope you're having a great start to your weekend. Please hit the like button if you're watching on YouTube. It does help my content a lot here. Yeah. Easy peasy raids. Alright, the shield phase begins. Terra Electric Mega Latias with Levitate would be broken. Yeah, that'd be insane, yeah. But yeah, I actually played some competitive, I played a couple tournaments. So when I lived in Pennsylvania, like Pittsburgh, I remember driving to near like Penn State and competing in a couple like VGC tournaments during the X and Y era. And like there was like definitely like at that point you didn't know if like what was the mega on the team, and people would run like Lucario with like Focus Sash, or it would have its mega item or whatever, you know, like the rock it has to hold, or the orb. So it was kind of like back then you actually had to kind of fish for information in the first match or two. And the thing is, if people didn't like you and you did good with early stuff in the tournament, they would actually talk about your team to other people, so they would kind of know what to expect. I remember I ran this crazy team with mixed attacking Swalot. I ran it in a way that I could like I had Ice Punch on it so I could one-shot Garchomps. It was really random, trust me. But yeah, I actually was doing alright with it in one of my tournaments. It was kind of spicy. I built a version of it for Scarlet and Violet, actually. If you've ever seen my Swalot team. It's not the same. I changed it a lot for Scarlet and Violet, but I feel like even looking at it now, I'd want to change it even more. Okay. I think this thing still needs a whooping. There we go. Alright, yeah, it should be GG now. Finally, I don't get glared. It's interesting how it like shows the status and then it disappears and then it might reappear again. But I think it disappeared because of the heal. Maybe it was like the way the events occurred. It didn't show it in the correct order of how it actually played out in the computer's mind. There we go. GG, ladies and gentlemen. My cat is fast asleep. So whenever we first brought her inside, me and my girlfriend weren't living in the same house together. She was living somewhere else. And when I would come over to my girlfriend's house at the time, her apartment, I was playing a lot of World of Warcraft, like during, I think it was like Shadowlands was out at the time, and I was like trying to play PvP, like the arenas, 2 vs 2. I was playing like Beastman Hunter or something. Yeah, I think that's what I was doing. I know I was doing that. I'm not gonna pretend like I don't remember. I spent a lot of time playing. But my point being is, whenever she first came inside the house and was staying inside, I was playing on the keyboard and mouse a lot and like making a lot of clicking and clacking noises near her. And I think for her, she's always found like comfort whenever she's near me and I'm like smacking like buttons on some sort of device, whether it be like I'm on my computer working or, you know, playing on my controller. Like I think she like hears it and she just like feels very comforted. Like it reminds her when she first came inside and was like not on the streets anymore. I don't know, I'm making this all up in my head. I have no idea what the heck is actually going on. I like to think that's what's actually happening because I want to. But I don't know. I feel like it could make sense. Like if you had a rough life and then all of a sudden you just heard like these buttons smashing, you're like, what the heck is that? But like, it's almost like white noise to her probably. Sounds good, Articuno. GG's everyone, great work. Let me get to the next raid. I love my cat so much, if it's not obvious. I'd be up here like making stories for her. By song, you know, I'd be like singing songs about her. Torn, Elemental, the Shaman. Yeah. That's actually good. Yeah, like, I used to play a lot. But I haven't played since then. Honestly, it's been years. There's a couple videos actually on this daily Sassifrass channel if you look. I have a playlist called Video Games. If you're ever bored and you want to check it out, I have a couple videos from that time when I was doing WoW Arena, and I have a couple fights that are uploaded to the channel if you want to watch them. They're kind of spicy though. I was being very sassy. Like I was living up to my username here. Being very sassy. And I was like, I was a Pandaren hunter. Like I was trolling people. But you know, people get mad when they lose to a panda. You know, like anything to like agitate someone even more in a state of like competitive nature. That could be a panda, you know, like Kung Fu Panda. Like people hate it. Just when they see you, they just get mad. Like, why is this in my game of orcs and humans and undead and elves? Not these pandas taking me out of things. But the thing is, if you ever played Warcraft 3, which I did a lot actually, like insane amounts, solo, 2 vs 2, 3 vs 3, 4 vs 4, all random, undead, orc, night elf, human, whatever, I'd run them all. But I love, like, Chen, the, like, Pandaren, the brewmaster. Like, that dude was dope. He could change into the 3 pandas and all that. Like, that was epic as all hell. Like, I legitimately played so much. Like, this is when I lived on the East Coast, when I played, like, Warcraft 3, that's, like, so long, like, early 2000s. Like, I used to play that so much. Even when I went to college in, like, 2010-ish, I was still playing religiously on my laptop. That game was good. That was, like, a really fun game. Like, so much replay value. It's why I like playing Pokemon Unite a little bit. Because it's where a lot of the MOBA stemmed from. It's like these like custom maps. Here, we could probably just beat it with us if it's just us for this one. But yeah, I used to play like Warcraft 3 all the time. I was like pretty good. I was like ranked high on the East Coast server, whatever it was. I remember I was like top 100 at one point, solo queue. I'm gonna remove Contrary turn 1 then, since it's just me. But yeah, I played WoW when it first came out, 2001 or 3 or something, I forget. I think it was 2003. But it's kind of interesting because I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV recently, and I resubbed like the past month. I've been playing a bit off stream. But back in the day, before World of Warcraft came out, I did actually play Final Fantasy XI, which was like kind of one of the hardest games ever, like I swear. Because you can actually level down in that game. And if there's people around you who didn't play well, it could actually punish your like existence in the game. Like people could pull mobs that they couldn't kill, and then they would aggro to your group and then just wipe everyone in the dungeon. And then everyone's EXP would go down a chunk. And you could actually de-level and de-level out of your gear that you had available. Look into Final Fantasy XI. It's actually just like an insane game. Legitimately. Yeah, from the custom StarCraft, Warcraft maps. Well, that's where Dota came out of, and then like the whole MOBA game, pretty much. Like the origins of MOBAs. Like League of Legends is now famous MOBA because it's derivative of like that history. And that's like to say something about giving players the power to create something within an interface. Like that's pretty much all it was, like a separate interface of the game that allowed players to kind of like do basic coding to make their own levels that like other players can interact with, and it was free. And when you have that type of environment where things are free and it's like just a derivative of like what already is, like these are mini games within StarCraft, Dota maps within StarCraft. You get like hero choices that are different than the normal units within the game. And Warcraft 3 was even a better version of it because they did actually have a hero unit that was built into the natural game. Like you had the altar, and then each tier of your like townhouse or whatever would be a new, you could make a new hero. So you can have a total of 3 heroes that could level up and learn different abilities. They got like a, I think it was like ultimate move at level 6. It's like a standard kind of like progression within these games. I think you cap out at level 10 if I'm not mistaken. It's been so long, but I used to play that all the time. And there's like a certain mathematical approach to like how you would build your farms and like put your peasants on like gold and wood. And then like how you play the map. Like you want to be stealing your opponent. They call it creep. Like whenever there's like little minions on the field, like in Pokemon Unite, it's like the little like Zatu and the clay, like the ball toys and stuff like that. Like these Pokemon, like the term is called like creep, at least how I remember it. And it's like, the idea is if you steal the opponent's stuff first, like if you go and like put pressure on the opponent and try to get their experience, that's actually one of the best methods to playing these type of games, because one, you're like interrupting their build, like the way they would build something. Like if you go into their base and kill a peasant, you're already like ahead, because now they have to spend gold to build another peasant to replace that lack of resource now being built, and they're already like behind because just the nature of like losing that one peasant already. You know what I mean? Like it's like a whole time, it's a time game, and like you have to learn how to micromanage building your base, building peasants, keeping units being built properly, like a bunch of hotkeys essentially. Like you line up your entire keyboard of just hotkeys. And that's how you play Warcraft 3. And like any real MOBA. I mean, MOBAs are a little more like, you just focus on a hero. Like you're not actually using a base. But in like StarCraft and Warcraft, you have to manage an entire base while you're doing all this stuff. You joined a random Blissey raid? Oh no. Sounds good. Yeah, you can do like Zerg rushes for sure. But it's like, that's the thing, like Protoss, for example, great late game. Same with like the Terran, they have like pretty good like they all have like, they all shine in different ways. Like the Zerg rush is real. I remember that shit like hardcore. It's just chaos. I think Warcraft 3 was more balanced personally. Like they limited the food amount down to 100 instead of 200. Because StarCraft, it would just be like, your whole screen is filled with like battle cruisers and like circling, and it's like, what is going on? It's insane. I think Warcraft 3 was like peak. Like it's so good, and then they ruined it when they made Reforged. I don't even think the original version even works, if I remember correctly. It's just bad. 7 for 7, let's go. Well done. Like I'm a huge nerd in that regard. Like Blizzard was my first like, when I was a kid, my older sister, her friend, who, like, we would get dropped off at her house, and like, I wasn't friends with them. I would just like kind of hang out with her, my sister, her friend, and her friend's sister, and they had her friend had a brother, and I remember him playing like StarCraft, and like Diablo on his computer and seeing the games as a kid. This is like the 90s, keep in mind, like mid 90s, late 90s. I was just like, holy smokes, this is, I think it was like late 90s. I was like, dang, this is insane. You know? Like even like up to, for a long time, like Blizzard just was like the peak of like entertainment. It's kind of insane how far it's fallen. Like legitimately. It's kind of insane. The story mode's pretty sick in Warcraft 3, honestly. Just like the Lich King origins with Arthas. Like, it's pretty epic. Bloom. Bloom. Oh, well, let me see what's wrong with it real quick. I think she might have a hairball coming on chat. Hold on. Here, I'll put the code up, but I want to actually try to build it real quick. Alright, let me kind of clean that up real quick. Poor little girl, my cat had a hairball. She's like getting through it. Poor girl. Yeah, sounds good. Would it be cool if I do like a VGC battle? Would you want to see me do a battle with your team, Alfie? Would people want to see this? Maybe. On the ranked ladder. Maybe after this raid real quick. So maybe, I'm thinking maybe one of them is, are you building the Electros and Galvantula? Alright, let me skill swap here. Arcanine, no. Oh wait, maybe use it right. Nice. Ooh, Will-O-Wisp from Drift. That works good. Yeah, let's hear it. I would love to hear it. I love creative raid builds. Alright. Just connecting again here. Alright, shield phase is up. It's interesting that the Arcanine has Leer, but then it's going for Flame. Strange. Come on, Lucky Charms. Alright, I'm getting that Tera up. Smack it. They don't probably have to do the acid spray phase again here. But yeah, I think I would be doing a longer stream tomorrow morning, afternoon. After this raid, I'm going to do a VGC battle. For fun. Just to see if I can get a W. Using Alfie's team in front of him. Okay, acid spray time. Not the glare. I like the name Lucky Charms though. It's a pretty good name. Easy peasy. Nice. Getting that defense increase. Alright, let's see. Galvantula at Shell Bell with a nerve. Bug Tera. 252 attack, 252 HP, 4 in defense. Bug, Buzz, Lunge, Gastro Acid helping. That sounds pretty solid. Yeah. Okay, now for Electros. Yeah, I think Galvantula sounds good. Yeah, anything that can just get rid of Contrary pretty much just shuts this raid down for the most part. Again, there are like some things to be considered, but I don't think I've seen us struggle with anything. Alright, like I said, I'm gonna do a quick ladder VGC battle real quick with Alfie's team that he built in. There's a rental code for it too. I mean, maybe if he wants, he can post the code in the chat while I'm using the team. It has Artelodon on it, so that's all you need to know. Wait, how did I get a loss? I thought I had a win last time I played. Oh, maybe I did lose. Pair that guy with Slack King of VGC. Oh yeah, Gastro Acid, it's truant. Alright, let's see, here we got King Gambit, Rillaboom, Electabuzz, Blaziken, Dragapult, and Primarina. I mean, Volcarona looks pretty dang good here. Hard to pass up. Gotta be careful. Honestly, maybe a Moongus lead. Archelodon could be pretty good too here. I'll bring Archelodon lead, and then I'll put your Amoonguss in the back. I kind of want to bring Scrafty, even though it's maybe not the best one to bring here. Maybe Gyarados. I'm just gonna bring Blocky. For some reason, you never played PvP before? I actually played in a couple regionals, and I went to the not last cycle, but the first cycle of Scarlet Violet. I did a few of the regionals, and I went to NAIC, which is the internationals in North America. Yeah, exactly right. So this is pretty good for me. I might be able to just set up Quiver Dance. It might be Terrifier, King Gambit. Yeah. Good call. Because that means it won't get burned now from Flame Body, potentially. They might just target Volcarona here. Because they didn't use Follow Me with Electabuzz. Oh, I don't blame you, Kite. Okay. So I get Taunt, but it doesn't really matter that much, I feel like. I might just go for Draco into King Gambit in hopes that they might follow me now, realistically, though. Ooh, that was a good call. Sucker Punch. That was a really nice call, actually. I wasn't even thinking like they would do that, but I'm a little rusty. I have to pretty much just get rid of this King Gambit, I feel like. Ooh, wait, that's good for me. My body press is gonna hurt more now. I'm just gonna bring in a Moongus, I think. And try to Spore. I'm down 1, but it doesn't necessarily mean the game's over. They already Terra'd. And if I remember correctly, your Archeladon's Terra Flying. Okay, they do switch out King Gambit. Okay, they switch in Dragapult. It's a good call to prevent. Unless they follow me here. Okay, actually, that's still good. Because then at least my body press hits something. It's Safety Goggles, or Vital Spirit, that's right. Okay, so there's that. I might just try to... I don't know if Dragapult... Maybe Dragapult... Oh my gosh, what a good read. Ooh, wait, this is actually my opportunity. Yeah, that's a good read though, to go for Protect. This guy's in serious business. I wish I brought a Scrafty, because it would have been a pretty good situation here. Yeah, they're reading my mind pretty good. Making all the plays. Okay. It's a tough cookie. Oh wait, yeah, let me see. Electros at Shell Bell with Levitate. Fire Tera. 252 special attack, 252 defense, 4 HP. Flamethrower, Lunge, Gastro Acid, Acid Spray. That sounds actually really good. Like, it sounds like that would be good in on a Sun team. Yeah, unfortunately they're Phantom Forcing here. It's fine. I'm just gonna double body press into Electabuzz's slot and hope that whatever comes in just doesn't like it. Okay, Primarina, that's a good switch in. Yeah, I think they'll be really good for Serperior, for sure. Are you gonna use some of them? I mean, they're just, they might just use Phantom Force again. They might switch out though. I think it might be Banded. Alright, now they stay in. Whatever. Oh my gosh, that's so dumb of me. I'm about to get nuked by this thing now, watch. I failed. Oh, it goes for Haze. Okay. Damn, this is still not good. This is just like... I'm like... What do I do here? What is Draco the Dragapult now? Probably. Whatever. Alright, okay, this actually might be the play. Don't crit. Woo! Oh no. It's a tough one. What do they have left? Oh yeah, they have the... They still have King Gambit, that's right. That's right, that's right. I'm just going for it. I'm going for the Terror Rock Slide. Please connect and be enough damage to take out Primarina. Your boy means business. Okay. Please be enough. Please be enough. Oh my gosh. No. Yeah, that's the only downside of being Terra Rock. I think that's game. GG. I feel like that was a little bit on me that too, the way I played it. Yeah. There's some potential. They've made some really good plays though too. Like they definitely made some good calls. Sounds good. I'm gonna do one more battle. Unless people want to do a raid right now, I'm down to do a raid. I feel like I need to be vindicated. Yeah, they played well. Absolutely. Like, they played super sharp. I need to be a little trickier there at the beginning of the fight. Like, my Volcarona going down as easy as it did was a little unfortunate. In the, you know, I should have... Terra Fire on Kingambit's pretty common. That should have been an assumption. Right. A brain team. Let's see here. You know what, Volcarona could be pretty good here, just because it's the Terra Grass, right? I'm gonna run this, because I'm gonna use Fake Out on Scrafty to try to set up Volcarona. Potentially. I mean, the Pelipper is still gonna be an issue. It could... Maybe, is it Clear Amulet? Or is it Covert Cloak, I mean? Excuse me, that's lighting. Yeah, so it is Pelipper Archelodon. I feel you. I'm mainly just doing on the ladder to use, trying out Alfie's team here. Alright, the Archelodon's actually going to be kind of a problem for my team. I'm going to switch out here with Volcarona instead of setting up since the rain. Yeah, Sash Pelipper is a thing. For sure. This will be the last battle, and then I'm gonna do some more raids here. Okay. Can I get the close combat off? That worked out pretty nicely. I mean, they get the boost, but what can I do? So it's not Salt Vest. That's what that's revealed. Switches out Scrafty. I'm gonna bring in Amoonguss. And just remove Pelipper, which is amazing. I feel that. Okay. So we get a stamina boost here. It looks like it might be like a... Well, I could redirect with Amoonguss here. So this isn't too bad. It could be Terra Grass Dreadnought. But I don't know if that's what they would do. It might be though, let's see. Terra Ice. Huh. That's pretty interesting. Oh wait, it's gonna try to remove Amoonguss here. Dang it. It's gonna hurt. Will this be enough to kill Amoonguss? Maybe. Maybe it's choice banded. Okay, it's not enough, thankfully. Rocky Helmet pulls through. Amoonguss barely lives, which is great, so I can remove the opposing Archelodon from the field. Wow, yeah, kind of spicy, but definitely almost got me there. Alright, in comes Ludicolo here. I almost feel like I should just switch in Scrafty as a sack and preserve Amoonguss, because it does have Regenerator. And I think maybe even here I might just sack Archelodon. Pelipper might have been Damp Rock. It's hard to tell because I used Fake Out on it. Let me see how long rain might be on the field. Okay, okay, it fakes out. This worked out pretty good. Maybe I'll be able to live this with the attack drop. Beautiful. Yo, look at that. Beefed me up also. Get out of here with your face. Alright, yeah, this is GG. Cause I can just fake out Ludicolo now. Alright, bro, that's like a flawless victory if I've seen one, right? Will they even stay? Probably not, right? Okay, they do actually. They get flinched, now it gets body pressed. Yeah, it really is. And a crit on top of it. That's just insult to injury. Alright, I'm gonna get another raid up here. Well played, GG's. Alright, awesome. That's how you use his team properly. Dreadnought can actually be really good in the rain. For sure. But I think Ice is kind of a... It makes sense. Like, I guess they're just trying to remove Amoonguss redirectors. Like Rage Powder. But, yeah. As you saw, it still didn't do enough damage, unfortunately. Alright, so 1-1 there, trying out the team. Let me get up another raid, and then maybe I'll do another VGC battle. But yeah, tomorrow I will do a longer stream. I mean, it has been a decent amount of time so far, but I'll get up early tomorrow. And now that the raids are in the game loaded for everyone, I'll go live earlier in the day. Because I don't want to stay on too much longer. I will be tad busy. Assuming here. Alright, let me get the raid and put it up if anyone would like to join. Let me type the code in the chat as well. Sounds good, bro. Sounds like a good night. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit the like button. I'll probably do like 1 or 2 more raids, honestly, for tonight. And then I'm gonna head off. And I'll be back tomorrow. Depending on if we get a full lobby, this might actually just be the last raid. I know I got a little distracted in some VGC there, but definitely plan on being back tomorrow. I'll schedule the stream sometime tonight. That way you have a better idea when I'll be live tomorrow. I think it might be like 10 a.m. Pacific time or like 11 a.m. Pacific time. I don't think I'm going to be too busy with work, if I'm not mistaken. So I might have a short day. Definitely, maybe I'll try again Alfie when I have more time. Thanks for sharing, of course. I do like it. It's just like built a little bit different than how I would normally run it, so I have to kind of think about how I make my decisions differently. I'll try to schedule it ahead of time, so it should just show up as a notification on the channel. So if you check tomorrow morning, it should already be scheduled and you should see like what it's translated to your time zone. Yo, that's awesome. I'm excited to see him. Maybe I'll make something different for tomorrow's stream. Just to change up what I'm using as well. Maybe so. Yeah, this will be the last. This will be the last one today, okay, ladies and gentlemen. But I will be back tomorrow. Bright and early. That's the first VGC team you ever built. It's pretty good for what it is. Like, I feel like it's a good starting point. Like, a lot of good meta Pokemon to build around. Like, you know? I think that's the key at the end of the day, is using teams that people have already built is a great learning mechanism, but like, if it's your first team building, I think it's pretty solid. Like, I would change things slightly, but at the same time, like, there's certain times where the team just kind of like has its puzzles pieces lined up perfectly in the battle. Sounds good, Kite. Yeah, that's an interesting point. You do have wide guard though on the Garganical, but maybe you could put something else in your team inside that Pokemon too. You know, maybe that's the key. Could I do 2 more raids so you could try out Galvantula and Electros? Yeah, I could do that. I'll do 2 more just to try out this too. Easy peasy. Yeah, so I'll do 2 more raids tonight after this one. No problem. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see them. Alrighty. That's a good point, Alpha, yeah. And maybe you could like put something on your team. Maybe you could put Dreadnought if you're looking for a rock type. Because you could use Swift Swim and Dreadnought and like abuse the rain type of situation. I don't know though if it could be interesting. You could run Terra Grass Dreadnought too, that way you can avoid the Moongus. Like, you know how like that guy used Terra Ice Dreadnought? You could just run Terra Grass. That way you don't have to worry about Rage Powder. Like, if you're a grass type, you're not affected by Rage Powder. You know what I'm saying? And then plus you aren't going to die to the grass move that's you're 4 times a week too. I think I've seen that before. And you could do Terra Rock Dreadnought. Like, it is a thing too, but relying on Rock Slide accuracy is not that great. Sounds fun. Alright, maybe I should have just went for a Sludge Bomb there. I wasn't paying attention. It's the next turn. Here. Here we go. You know what, while we're here, so I was saying tonight at midnight, my album is going live, my first solo album. I'm gonna put on one of my songs since I'm staying here a little bit longer. And you can decide if you want to check out more of my music. Is it? Which one should I put on? I'll put on this one. I'm not sure how many. A lot. For sure. Alright, the next song that's gonna come on is gonna be one of my songs that I've composed, recorded, and mixed myself. It's gonna be one of the tracks on my album that's coming out on all music platforms, YouTube Music, Spotify. So if you like what you're hearing when it comes on, definitely consider checking out more of my music. Some of it's already live right now, but the full album will be live tonight. Alright, let me get up 2 more raids here. It's not this song, it's the one that's coming up right after this. Alright, that should be good. I don't know what I was doing there. Let me turn this up too. There it is. This is my song. High and Dry. I mean, it shares the name of other songs that exist, but it's just an expression. Right, here we go. Let me put the code in the chat. More could be cool. It's pretty good. Tera Grass Glimmer. Sounds solid. I'll post this in the chat too, the link to the song that I'm playing. So you can save it for later or something. I'm doing 2 more raids, this one, and 1 more after this. Sweet, let's go. Yeah, Soul Cure is a good move, honestly, obviously, I understand. And Garganacl is really an interesting bulky Pokemon. Maybe try Tera Ghost though, instead of Tera Rock. Or maybe even like Tera Grass or something. I think it just needs a different Tera type, maybe. Because you don't necessarily need the Stab Rock. Yeah, so this is one of my songs on my album that's coming out tonight. Pretty much it's like ska, reggae, punk, dub, like surf, punk type stuff. Yeah, so I pretty much play all the instruments aside the horns. I composed them, I wrote the horn parts, but I sent the parts I wrote out to other, people actually play trombone, trumpet. And violin I don't play either, I wish I did, but yeah, wrote the parts and someone else recorded it for me. Yeah, so maybe give it a defensive Tera just for that chance you need to survive a hit versus doing more damage. That's what I think I needed in that fight. If I could have lived the water move, I would have been able to maybe do something. I think most people ran like Terrago's Garganical. Because I think its ability makes it like less weak to ghost moves, right? Removes negative effects. Gotta go for the acid sprays all over again. Yeah, makes sense. We're all turning. It's a beautiful thing. 129 wins with Agent Superior. That's insane. That's a good win rate. Yeah, I'm excited though. I'm like already 4 songs into my second album, recorded wise. And there's a couple other singles I'm releasing that I've already mastered, that I haven't really talked about. But I'm just waiting for my album to get live, to really talk and release more music. I have some fun ones. Some fun songs coming up. Pretty excited. You're making a run to become the legend of Serperior Tera. Geo, that's awesome. Good luck. I'm glad I could be witnessing a snippet of your journey here. Alright, so that was my song, High and Dry. Part of my album, Fortified Time, going live tonight. Check it out. Alright, Alpha, you take care, buddy. And I'm doing one more raid after this one. And GG, by the way, because that is another successful raid defeated. If I've seen one. So one more raid here. I think Galvantula did perfectly fine, right? How do you feel? I don't think it skipped a beat. So with that being said, that means one more raid here. And then I myself am heading off for the night. 9 for 9. It's good with other people. Yeah, I think with other people in general, there's going to be a little more leeway on what you can bring. I agree. Okay. So there's one more Serperior raid out there with our names on it. There it is. Alright, SS Insomnia, thanks for swinging by and hanging out for a bit. I hope you have a great evening. The mirror match. Can solo run it. That's sick. I've heard that. It just takes it down back. What a state to be in. I mean, maybe you could try if you want to at some point when you have time later. See if you can solo it, or this weekend. I'm sure it could. It has pretty decent bulk, naturally. Alright, I'm gonna put the code in the chat, and this is the final raid I'm hosting, so feel free to join. Sometimes it uses the Gastro Acid. No problem, Kite. If there's room, feel free to get it. Alright. Our final raid together, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight, at least. I will be back tomorrow. I'll schedule it later tonight before I go to bed, once I'm confident of the time frame. But it should just pop up on my channel or maybe in your notifications if you're following on YouTube. I do have room for one more person if anyone would like to join. But yeah, thanks again for coming in and helping out and taking down the raids too. It's been great. You've all been helpful, doing amazing work. Sounds good. We got someone. Perfect. You're protected, nullified, and gassed acid. That is true. Do you have an item that you? What item are you running on it? Neutral. You're bringing Weezing. Interesting. Yeah, you just gotta be able to stick, pretty much. You just gotta, like, get out the lawnmower. Alright, final raid, ladies and gentlemen. And this will be the end. It's actually kind of fun. Does that mean that no one's ability works? Not that it, I don't think it matters. Except maybe for the superior. Actually, no, it doesn't do anything. So neutralizing gas doesn't work in a raid? Is that what I'm witnessing here? Does anyone know how that interaction works? Does it only work on the boss and maybe not on the partner Pokemon? Or does it just not work at all? I'm not sure. Alright, I'm going for acid sprays now that I got the light screen up. For some reason I was thinking it's a coughing for a second from the angle. See, doesn't it look like a coughing? Because of, like, you can't really see that it's other side. Oh, interesting. I was like thinking it was an evil like coughing, even though I knew it was a Weezing. I legitimately have no idea if neutralizing gas works in raids. I've never tried. And I don't think I've ever looked online. Okay. One. Let's see. All right. I'm gonna have to mute my mic for a second to take a call. 1 second. I'm just gonna mute my microphone. Yo, what's up, Clementine? Lady, yeah, I am. I'm taking a phone call real quick. I'm just muting my mic for a second. Alright, I'm back. I'm about to head out actually after this raid. That was the deal. This is the last raid. And it's perfect timing. In fact, I gotta head out here. But I'll be back tomorrow morning around like 11 or 10 a.m. Pacific time. Either or, I don't know exactly. To do some more Tera raids with everyone. Maybe do some more variety too, depending. But thanks again for tuning in. It's been fun grinding some of these raids. Definitely getting a lot of Herba Mystica. And hopefully helping out people who need to do the raid for whatever reason. Whether you're grinding items or Tera shards. Or potentially catching it the very first time. Oh wow, the Stellar Tera. That's pretty epic we got to see that there. Well, the final one. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap. And with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit that like button on the way out. The Sass Squad's getting stronger each and every day. You have a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you're tuning in. I will catch you in the next one. And thanks again for tuning in. Peace out. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.